going on, everyone? Mike Kadlick and Taylor Kyles here for CLNS Media, coming at you as the Patriots just wrapped up their final OTA session of the spring. They'll head into minicamp next week. But before we get into what we saw on the field, Alex Van Pelt spoke before practice. It was the first time we heard from the Patriots offensive coordinator since before the Patriots drafted Drake Maye. He had a lot to say, talking about how Maye has had an impressive offseason so far. Taylor, what did you make of the Patriots' new play caller and what he had to say before we went out and saw practice today?
Yeah, so there's a lot of good things about Drake Maye. He mentioned that a big area of emphasis has been obviously the footwork, and he says that Drake Maye is coming along in that capacity. Also, Drake Maye even acknowledged that he does want to continue to work not only on his footwork, but on his command in the huddle. Van Pelt was complimentary of that as well, saying that was an area where Drake Maye's definitely taken strides. Also, just in terms of how Alex Van Pelt's kind of going to run things, it was interesting where he said, one, he's going to be calling plays from the sideline.
Yep.
Some coaches or offense coordinators will call things from the booth. He's going to be down on the field. He says he can see things from pretty well there. Also mentioned that when it comes to who's working with the quarterbacks, a big area that we've been talking about is who's going to be talking to Drake Maye, or there are going to be too many people in his ear. He did say that, one, it is important that Ben McAdoo and him have time together. T.C. McCartney, when they were with the Browns, also sat in on quarterback meetings. So he says that while there will be different people talking to Drake Maye, Alex Van Pelt, is sitting in on the quarterback meetings, even as the offensive coordinator. And as the OC, he says he's going to be speaking to the starter. That may be a combination of Jacoby Brissett and Drake Maye, considering Brissett has experience in the offense.
Yep.
He didn't specify exactly who that meant, but we do have an idea that he's going to be working with whoever they think is the top passer. And Van Pelt also mentioned the fact that these quarterbacks are hearing one voice, where we know Gerard Mayo mentioned, it took them a little while earlier to start their offseason program because they wanted to be on the same page. I think that's one of the areas that they emphasized, was making sure that even if different people are speaking to the quarterback, whether it's McAdoo, Van Pelt, or T.C. McCartney, they're sending the same message and collaborating to get Maye up to speed. And Jacoby Brissett as well, so I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'll add too. We talked to T.C. McCartney. We talked to all the offensive coaches today, but McCartney mentioned too how awesome Jacoby's been in that room. And I know everyone's kind of said it, and look, he is the veteran guy. He's the leader in the room. He knows he's been through this before, but McCartney really, hit that home again today, said that he's been great with both Maye and Milton. So I think overall the quarterback room is just a positive, and it's much better than what we've seen last year, the last couple of years in Foxborough. So
yeah, and we also heard more about the VR that Gerard Mayo mentioned to us last week, which is something that the quarterbacks have been using. Alex Van Pelt kind of related it to Madden, saying that it's just that similar kind of simulation where you can see, I've done a little bit of research, so I know that you can simulate stadiums, environments, and with Van Pelt, he specified different blitz looks and fronts and stuff like that, so the quarterbacks can just feel more comfortable with all the things they're seeing. Like even Drake Maye, when he spoke, talked about how the Patriots defense is so multiple, can show you different types of fronts and disguise and make it tough on you. Although Maye said they haven't set it up yet, so I don't think it's actually in the building. Joe Milton said it's not really something he plans on using very much, but it sounds like Maye's on board with it, so whenever he does get to use it, he's a smart guy, so I feel like being able to have that added bonus where he's getting reps on the field, but getting even more reps, which Van Pelt said is the main benefit, is going to go a long way for his development.
I mean, look, if Maye's out here already taking second-team reps behind Jacoby Brissett, and they haven't even implemented this VR, virtual reality thing that Elliott Wolf mentioned a few weeks ago, the fact that that's not even in, he's still going to get those added reps throughout the summer into training camp. Again, he is on this, pretty solid trajectory, even though it's been a bumpy road, today. So in general, although it's been shaky, I think the quarterback room is overall looking better than it was last year.
For sure.
Keep it locked in here to Patriots Press Pass and read all of our coverage at clnsmedia.com for all the latest surrounding the Patriots down here in Foxborough.
And with the NBA Finals going on, I got to tell you about our good friends at Game Time. Take the guesswork out of buying NBA tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. Make sure to subscribe to Patriots Press Pass for all your Patriots news and updates on YouTube. And for all our written work, make sure you check out clnsmedia.com.